You people are all silly. Why would I be under a bus? Living on the road, my friend, it's gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath is hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. All sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. I kept doing that. Anyway. Pancho made his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. Oh, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. You know, I actually practiced that one and I still screwed it up. Oh well. You know what they say? Practice makes kind of better. Yeah, I got those sausage fingers. No, there's too many chords. Too many chords. It's 4 chords. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Dead Dodge Garage Live, the big old boat Sunday Streamathon. Avon was first. It's official. I will mail you a cookie. I've promised to mail a lot of people a lot of cookies this week. Gene Z was almost first, and Functional Histories was third, according to my account. Lovejoy, Rich Jordan, Old Plymouth Garage, Glenn Uromi, what is up? Did you guys see that Imperial video? OMG, I want it. Waiting for Jamie is like trying to use a small tractor to pull an Imperial out of a mud hole. Well, he's not wrong. See Story, what's happening? Dave Stark, hey man, are you stuck somewhere? Nice. Nice. Oh, that's a bummer. How's it going, Robert? Old Stuff Rules, what's up? Cartex 76, greasy. It's greasy, boys. Yeah, whatever. Hey. I know. It's probably going to be light out for like this whole thing. Tom threw me under it. Yeah. Oh, hero. Eric Root has owned 6 Imperials. First car was a 65 Crown Coupe. Nice. Barry Rooker, how's it going? Dale Magners. Hello, man. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a fuselage guy, really. I like that 67, 68 slab side body. I think that's a good one. Well, special. Hey, 95 of you out there. If you haven't hit the like button, you should hit the like button. You should hit the like button. The flavor of the day is Schilling's Emerald City Blackberry Pear, which my mom gave me. It's quite good, I must say. Quite good. Hello, Caitlin. I actually haven't heard that one. Nice. Cart 70. How many XJs are too many XJs? Well, I've got 2, and Facebook has me figured out because it is showing me XJ ads all the time now. Good friend of mine selling a very nice white one that won't run, and I'm tempted by that, but I don't really have the budget for it. But yeah, they're everywhere. It's becoming a problem. 2 is too many already. In fact, I may sell the green one. It popped a brake line, and so I can't drive it, and I need to fix it, but I don't have time to fix it. So now what I'll probably do is fix it, but at this point, the love affair is over, and I'll just sell it. And the red one's got a stick shift, so. Oh, yeah. Is Jamie coming to the dark side and becoming a C-body guy? Come on over. It's nice. We have cookies. I like the Imperial quite a bit. Good evening, Mopar Pollock. How's it going? David Corliss. Martin Drago. Marty from FL is here. Yeah, Donnie is off seeing like the Goo Goo Dolls or something, because apparently it's still the late 90s in Florida. Speaking of the FL. Good evening, John Donati. How's it going? I just responded to your comment a bit ago about this car. There was a yellow one of those, Charger Rally, on eBay. Like, I don't know, I was like 20 or maybe even younger. You know what? I think I was a teenager, but I just fell in love with that look. The black side stripe down the side and the black top with kind of faded California yellow. I liked that. David Biznett, enjoying the videos this week. That's one big cool Imperial. Guess this was big block week. Yeah, it was all 440s, except for, of course, the Dakota RT. Metallic H2O. What is up? Metallica H2O. That makes sense. Free likes. Woo! Good evening, Paul Steinberg. How's it going? Good videos on the Imperial. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's roomy in those full-size Chryslers. Went from driving an 84 Mercedes 190E to a 72 Newport. Suddenly I had a left arm again. I actually had a 190E for a while. It was a 92 or 3. I don't even know. Highly negotiable. Got it. 6 on that CUDA. Ooh. Dang it. All right. Well, I've got his number. I might, no one yell at me, but I might be selling the Power Wagon, and well, I could buy a CUDA then. Yeah, it's a great song. Poncho and Lefty. I've still never heard the other version. Towns Van Zandt wrote it. His version is excellent. Nice. Oh, wow. Just Me says, I'll be 50 next month, back in school, struggling with Algebra 2. Thought I'd take a 5-minute break and watch your live. Well, welcome. You may be gone by now, but I appreciate that. I kind of like stumbled through geometry. When I got to Algebra 2, it was all over. And I was pretty good with, base algebra. But, yeah, it's not for me. Cookie. Cookie. Good evening, Chris Freemaster. What's up? Are you watching both lives at the same time? It's always Jonathan Jesh, but it's actually Josh Jesh and or both of them. But yeah, his square body kind of just caught on fire, so that sucks. Need a smile. Yeah, that's crazy. Oof. James Brody, what's going on? Hello, Classics. How's it going? Yeah, you can keep the Mercedes in the trunk of the Newport. Take it out when you need to get into areas that are too tight. That's a good one. Harold Schultz, the Imperial mudslide was the most ridiculous thing I've ever cheered for. Really proud of that. The first one that I did when I filmed in the car, I did it successfully once. And then I was just going to back that up with an outside car shot. And then I swung it too hard and there's a big dip over there. And I didn't want to hit that. So I let off and it just sank. It was funny though. I enjoyed it. I've never, ever listened to Slayer. End of Time did the mature thing and got a scatter shield today. I need to get one for the Barracuda. I have a big block one. I need a small block one. Oh, the floating headlights. It's like 64 and 5? Something like that. Ugh. Well, that ain't good. Yeah, that ain't good. Oh, yeah. Dude, there are tons of them up here in the Northwest. Tons. Everywhere. Nice. Yes. It drifted amazing. It just, I overcooked it. That's all. Apparently a Citroen DS rides better than an Imperial. I will take your word on that. Jay Regan, Single Car Garage and Music. Nice. Hey, Jamie and the gang. How's it going? Hank Reardon, ever think about V8 swapping an XJ? It's on my list of someday projects just to be able to say I did it. You know, I've had a ZJ with a V8, and if that's what I wanted, I'd just get one of those. The beauty of the XJ to me is the 4-liter, so yeah. I personally, I don't see the point of doing all that work. But maybe that's just me. That Jamie Atwood guy has quite a few ads on Marketplace. It's like driveway cleanout time. You know, I learned yesterday that it's actually possible to see who follows you on Marketplace because it's this totally separate thing. And I recognized a lot of names on there that aren't my actual friends, but I've either talked to through the channel or I've talked to about things or whatever. And not people that I've sold stuff to. They just found me and followed me on Marketplace. It's hilarious. But anyway, yes, I am trying to clean out the driveway. I need to buy charger parts. So there's more coming. I'm probably going to list the convertible. Someone was very serious about coming to look at the convertible. So if you still are, now's your chance. Because, I think that one just needs to go. I don't think I'm actually going to spend any more time or money on it. And I'm making deals. So, yeah, it's probably out of here. On the 73 Charger, what does the red wire out of the bulkhead connector that you connected to the starter relay do? Red wire? I don't think I connected a red wire to the starter relay. There's the blue fusible link. There's a red wire from the battery. That's your feed. That's the red wire that I put on there. It's the battery feed. But it jumps off of there. It comes from the battery to there. That's the only red wire I've got there. And then it's the blue wire. That's the fusible link. And then, of course, the trigger wire and the ground wire. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. The 190 introduced the 5-arm multi-link independent rear suspension Chrysler eventually got for the LX platform. Yeah, I know that's based on a Mercedes, and it's funny to know that the technology goes back to that 190E. It's amazing. Todd Denio had a 73 Newport. Nice. Eric Rude's 72 was loaded. 440 trailer tow, power everything. High back bench. Nice. Apparently drafting sewing patterns is rough when you can't visualize or math in 3 dimensions. Don't look at me. Yeah, give me the tools and let me go. Yeah. The real question is how long it took to fully clean all the mud off the Imperial. I don't know because I'm not done yet. I am really glad that you got it from that angle because my shot, I had it set up on the Blues Brothers car. I never expected the car to swing that wide. So I was trying to get the slide in the frame. And so it just comes flying and it slides right out of the shot. And it's hilarious. I'm proud of that. I have no regrets. Nice. Evening, Stephen Andrews. How's it going? Oh, 61 to 63 floating headlights. That's interesting. I swear I saw a 61 listed as a 65 earlier, and it had that. But 65's got the covers over the headlights. Yeah. Someone asked about the Green Hornet, which Trev already brought up, and I had the thought, but I don't think so. No, it's like a 64, isn't it? Or 66. 66 in the television series, anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. I just remembered that my friend Connor has a 64 Imperial 4-door that's on a Dodge truck chassis. Anyway, Steve C says, good evening. I like the Dakota RT video. I remember those being the only V8 rear-wheel drive muscle car thing that Chrysler had at the time, not counting the Viper. Yeah, I was very surprised by the positive response to that. Everybody commenting said they loved it. I should keep it, do cool stuff with it. Yeah, it's really interesting. I didn't know they had that kind of following. It didn't get the kind of views that, the Charger or the Imperial got, but still, it was pretty popular, and that's interesting. I like the truck. I've been daily driving it. Although yesterday there was like a crazy rainstorm, and I think water's getting under the distributor cap, so it wouldn't start. Today it fired right up again, so it needs a tune-up anyway. I'm probably going to do that next. Unlock all the horsepowers. Yeah, 62.3 Imperial. I thought it was earlier, but I saw one, and it said 1965, and it had the floating headlights. So that was earlier today, because I was looking at a bunch of Imperial stuff. Anywho, obviously that was wrong. Nice. Yeah, cam bearings, kind of what I thought. It's all bad. Wow. Mark Moore has had a few full-sized Imperial and Chrysler cars. Just a few. I had a 55 Chrysler New Yorker Deluxe. That's and I very, very briefly owned a 65 Newport. Like, very briefly. Yeah, Black Beauty's a 66. Low Buck Garage ZJ Dragster. I don't have I seen that? I don't know. It kind of it sounds familiar. Let's see. Oh, that's that's interesting. And it has to have the miscolored driver. Like, it has to have a miscolored driver door. I said 6 ZJs, I think, in that video, but I think it's actually 8. You can take a tire off and still drive that Citroen. Huh. Wow. Very interesting. I've seen part of a Citroen in the bushes once. Regerts? Nice. Oh, yeah, I like those a lot, actually. There was a Boattail Riviera in town here for a really long time. It was a nice car. It was parked in the driveway, pulled in on the main road, and I would see it all the time. Really liked that thing. Yeah. Oh, Exner. Classic Exner. The weird floating headlights. Yeah, they are weird. Wow. Functional histories. Got trounced by a 318 Dakota in the late 90s while in my Volare. I can see that. All the horsepowers, even the secret ones. Howdy, Paul Shea. How's it going? I actually don't know Slick Black Cadillac. What's up, Snoopy Boobs? How's it going? Yeah. Good. You got my email? deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me a picture. I'll check it out. I need to stop watching YouTube and finally mount the 203 back on my 76 W100. Yes, you can. It's hard to move without that. I'll be damned. Evening, Bill Johnson. How is it going? James Brody wants to know, would you ever get a DJ5 Jeep, the AMC male Jeep? Sure, why not? They're two-wheel drive, though, and they're wrong-hand drive. I have owned a DJ3, the flat fender male Jeep, which was super cool. It had been converted decades ago to four-wheel drive. They had converted it back to left-hand drive, put Saginaw steering on it, and they had put patch panels in because the DJs, they have sliding doors and hard tops, right? So the floor is cut all the way down. The side panels are cut all the way down to the floor so the male people could get in and out easily. And then they have the sliding doors. So this had patches put in. And the way I figured all this out, because it wasn't evident from the title, the flat fenders are supposed to have those oval drains on the floor, and this had nothing. It was just covered over. So anyway, it was pretty cool. It was in really, really, really good shape. And some guy bought it from me to make a rat rod. I started sourcing all the missing pieces. I was working on axles. I had a YJ rear axle and springs, I think. And, just one of those projects that wasn't happening. And when they're sitting around and not happening, it's time for them to go. But yeah, pretty nifty. I would prefer my Jeep be four-wheel drive. Todd Denio had 2 64 Rivieras. Yeah, those are cool too. Just, it's not a boat tail. Hank Reardon, I enjoyed the Dakota video. They were underappreciated. I V8 swapped a couple first gens. I did that. An A-body with a bed and rack and pinion steering. Yeah. So the guy, Mike, that I got the Cypher F is like, hail, dude. The guy I got the RT from, his other truck, the reason he didn't need the RT is he's got a first gen. I can never remember if it's like a 92 or 3. It doesn't matter. But we actually 5.2 swapped it for him at our old shop. And I think it's got headers, or maybe we put manifolds on. No, I think it's headers. It's got to be. Yeah. At that point, it was just stock 5.2. And even that was like insane. And then he's got a Mopar performance computer on it. He recently put the fancy Hughes intake on it, the super expensive, stupid one. And it's pretty fierce. He used to drift that thing past our shop every single day. It's ridiculous. Good times. But yeah, no, it's neat. I get it. But again, like the first gen, like his is a short bed single cab 2-wheel drive, and that does even less for me because I don't fit in there comfortably, and it's just so little. But, I was reminded by some of our friends from down under that Utes exist, and that's pretty much what this is, It's not a car body. It's a truck body on a frame, but still, same idea. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Daily driver is down. Work parking is too small for the Coronet. Man. Do you think you'll ever paint the front of that badass Dakota RT? I looked for touch-up paint for the Deep Amethyst, and it doesn't seem to exist, so I could have some mixed up by Napa. I would kind of like to find a better front bumper, and I would paint the roof at the same time because it's kind of messed up. There's a lot of stuff that could be done. On the other hand, I still might just trade it to Tom and get it over with. So, yeah. I do like it, though. Decisions are hard. It's a cool little daily driver. But, my commute up to Rocket, my other car gets 35 miles a gallon, and that thing will get 18 at best, probably. So, I don't know. Anyway, I am thinking about it. I would like to. I think it would be very, very satisfying to paint the front end and the roof. I think a better front bumper should happen first. It just has a couple little bubbles on it. We're going to do it. Let's do it goodly. I think Musty One had a DJ5 male Jeep. I'll stop mentioning other channels now. Okay. I can't. There are too many. I don't know any of these guys. Yeah, well, that's probably smart. Nice. Sold mine to a rural route carrier and paid off my wife's engagement ring. Nice. What's up, Ray? How's it going? It's Sunday. There is no late. Yeah, see, so the thing about Volkswagens that I don't like is, yeah. Hi. How you doing? Nice. Feeling better? Nice. She's got strep throat. I'm probably next. Can't wait. Hemi tubbed male Jeep. I'm not against it. I like it. I like it in theory.
Nah. Nah. Nah.
Golf R next. Never get to see this live due to work, things, and times. Happy to be here, John. Welcome. Glad you made it. So many Volkswagens. Looking at a 68 Imperial brochure. Interesting. Shows a rancher with one in a field. Skiers with skis on a trunk rack on another page. Hope they got the sure grip. Yeah. Full garage. Hi, everyone. Thoughts on installing electric power steering in a 67 B body? I wouldn't, but you could put you could do one of the motor thingies that's set up for a manual rack, and that would work. It's not super hard. I've never seen it done in a B body, but why? Why? If I needed power steering in my B body, I would put in a firm feel hydraulic box and a pump. That's what I would do. You're going to have to use an external power feed for that box, the electric EPS unit, because you're not powering that through the factory wiring. So you're probably making other modifications. Of course, you have to make the column fit too. So it's this whole thing. I like my crap to be more stock than that. So personally, I wouldn't do it. For some things, it's a great solution, like the Power Wagons, the 48 Power Wagon. I've seen many people do the electric. It tucks up under the dash. You can make a column that looks like it belongs there, and then you can keep your gearbox. You can keep all your like everything else stays the same. And so for that, it's an excellent, elegant solution. But in a B body that could have come with power steering, just get the stock parts. It's so much easier. Quickie paint job? I'm in. You are signing up for all kinds of misery over here. 164 of you out there. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that. Yeah. Nice. My friend Drew just messaged me. Ian and I got drunk at the studio last night, recorded this at 3 a.m. Anyway. Good times. Kelly Smith made it. Canada, eh? Almost made it. Hi, Jamie from Niagara Falls. Would a 1-inch torsion bar be too stiff on my 73 satellite with a small block? I plan on going to a big block in the near future. No, I don't think so. I mean, I've driven a few cars with 1-inch bars, and it's not horrible at all, even with a small block. Now, for your 73, you have the isolated K-frame. Is there actually a 1-inch bar that you can buy that fits that? I just don't know. They are longer than standard B-body bars, so, just make sure that. HDF2 is here and says, what up, DDG? Did you have to get your captain's license to drive that boat of an Imperial around? Kind of neat seeing the early technology attempts. I happen to have my boater's education card. So I'm good to go. And Caitlin said hi. She never hangs around. Oh, nice. Ray's been eyeballing an RT59 down the road for a while. Apparently, they're pretty valuable. I was just looking around on Facebook to figure out, what kind of bargaining chip I really have here. Yeah, it seems like horrible piece of garbage ones are $3,000 and decent trucks, many of them modified, and I wouldn't even necessarily say tastefully, but even like decent originals, they're all in the like 10, 12 grand range. So yeah, it's interesting. They're worth a few bucks. So if you can get a deal on it and it's nice, get it. I would. Yep. Jamie, love the Dakota. Just wanted to mention those 17s. Beads are fragile to the old school style tire machines. If you're not careful, the arm can crack the rim. Okay, that's good to know. Those rims are... I have never seen a wheel more curbed than the rear left wheel on that truck. I'm assuming it was rotated from the other side at some point, but yeah, that's interesting. Dale Magner's called off work to stay up to watch. Wow. Well, all right. Yeah, firm feel, the way to go. Telling you. Yes, and that is an option too. You can use the power steering box with an electric pump like the Volvo one. There are some options. But again, like, why not just use the pump? I mean, the parts are available. You can just buy them. We did for that charger out there. We had nothing. We just ordered all of the accessory stuff. It was all available. Easy. Pulleys, bolts, everything showed up in a kit. And I don't remember how much it was. I'm sure it was $400 or $500, but that was pump, alternator, bracketry, bolts, pulleys, like everything. It was worth it, I think. And you can do it cheaper than that. Yeah, those tires are, yeah. And again, not much traction. They were fully aired up and no sure grip. Rooster says, thanks for not putting my cornet in the mud hole. I tried to tell you. I'm a glutton for punishment. Did you happen to see my video today? Anyway. Cave Dave says, hey guys. Hey, Cave Dave. I found a 68 Satellite dressed up as a Roadrunner. Looks promising. Cool. Sounds good. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate that. Snoopy Boob's paint and body skills are coming back. Mine are not. Outlaw Andy says, nice to see a ZJ on your channel, even for just a few seconds. Considering buying a third one myself. I had 3 at one time. I've had, I don't know. I said 6 in my Dakota video, but I think it's actually 7 or 8. I don't know. The vast majority of them were free. The vast majority. I like them. Had a lifted one. I was going to do a video on that one, and then I gave up and decided I didn't want to. So I just scrapped that video. That was last year. I had a free one last year. I did a video on that. No one watched it. The Jeep stuff just doesn't do well on my channel. I'd love to. I like those. I've had tons of them. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. They're capable off-roaders. I like them. But if no one's going to watch it on my channel, yeah. Jason Fitch. I've talked about this quite a bit. I laugh at these folks who want a classic car but want to change everything about it. Then ask, why is my car always broken in the shop? Yeah, I've talked about that quite a bit. If you want an old car, enjoy the old car. Enjoy it the way-ish it's supposed to be. And I'm down with tasteful modifications. I really like day 2 modifications. I like period things. That's cool. And little things for safety and drivability, fine. Handling modifications that aren't crazy. Like when you take the torsion bars off your Mopar, you lost me. It's over. I've got no interest in that. But if you want to upgrade them, bolt on some better sway bars, some better brakes, fine. I'm not on board with the 4-wheel Willwoods, but factory disc brakes, nice booster. Awesome. And a bit of horsepower, but I don't like the modernization thing at all. It's just not, it's not for me. If you want an old car, have an old car. I mean, they're to me, they are time machines. You're going back in time every time you drive and enjoy an old car. So yeah, I don't think we should be ruining that with too much modern junk. I just made a flower out of guitar picks. I thought you all should know that. Dead Dodge Mom is checking in. I lost track of time, so I am late, but I mashed the like button. Thank you. I'm drinking the Emerald City, which I got from your place, the Blackberry Pear. I'm going to need another reminder to come by and move your crappy old refrigerator outside. Wait till you have a rally car and the rims start to gravel disintegrate. Well, that could be what's going on. Christian Morgan wants to know, do you have a favorite Imperial or favorite body style of Imperial? I own a 64 LeBaron fully loaded, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, that 68 that I did the video on today, probably my favorite so far. We were talking about the goofy floating headlight one a bit ago. It's not really my thing. I really like the 55 Chrysler. The Imperial with the gun sight taillights and everything's a little different. Yeah, I do like that one, but I like the standard New Yorker better, and the 300, of course. I did a video on a 54 Imperial, I think, and that was a really cool car too. Hemi, of course. Nick at Lamvinsky's Garage had a Hemi-powered 58 Imperial. That was also very cool. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of appreciate them all, but I think this 68 has been my favorite so far, mostly because of the interior. I like the body style, but I don't know. I think the interior is my favorite part about it. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I am not putting that on the board, Snoopy Boobs. Yeah. You know, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, changing a tire, I don't think you should be able to drive unless you can change a tire. But, you know, I like an educated driver, but some people just want to enjoy these cars. And I've known plenty of people like that who appreciate them, who like driving them, who drive them every day and use them as normal cars. And I have to respect that, whether they understand how points work or not. What is up, Fox Can Fix It Garage? Hola! Happy Sunday, an hour soonerish, kinda. Indeed. Amen to the T-bar castration. Yeah, I just, again, keep the torsion bars or we can't be friends. And beyond that, again, like, I'm fine with a lot of things, but not that. Four-wheel Willwood is a tongue twister. Did you hear how bad I messed it up the first time I said it? It's like people who buy an old Victorian house, then cut it and put in a Scandinavian modern interior. Our house is a fake Victorian, and the interior is kind of boring 90s. And I really want, the house was built in the 90s. And there's wood trim, and there's some nice little touches, but it's pretty boring inside. There's not enough molding. There's not enough detail work, so someday I hope to rectify that. 5.9 ZJs are awesome. Had a few. I'm down to one now. Yeah, I've never driven one, but I've heard one once with a really impressive exhaust, and it like lifted on takeoff. It was pretty cool. Not like air, but you know what I mean. Pretty neat. Yeah, that is another important barrier to old car ownership. A gentleman messaged me through the channel FaceTubes today, and or last night maybe, and said, "Would you like a 70 Swinger? Because I might be selling it. Do you have anything cool to trade me?" Yes, I would like a 70 Swinger. But his main issue is he's in Seattle, in the big city, and he lost his garage space. So, yeah, it's just stuck outside, and he can't do what he wanted to do, and it kind of sucks. So, yeah. Yes, totally agree. 66 Charger interior is amazing. I smile every time I get in. Yeah, I love that one. I love that one, and I've talked about it before. I've long dreamed of the 66 interior, the whole thing, 4 buckets, center console, the back storage area, the whole dash, the door panels, everything, in a 68 body, 68, 69, converted to be a 500, essentially. So the fastback type 500 window with the tiny trunk lid, because, well, that's kind of the same as a 66, but 66 Charger inside. I think that would be really cool. Now, there is a 68 like that on the internet. They didn't do the 500 back window, though. So they have the 4 buckets, but they don't have the behind seat area. And that was one of my favorite things about that car. My dogs could hang out back there. So anyway, yeah, I really like the 66 Charger interior. Yeah. The ones no one wants, do as you wish. And yeah, I mean, I happen to know of a Charger RT that's currently being ruined, modernized and ruined, and that really grinds my gears. Ooh, Brian, the Dust Devil Garage just sent me this. He got a spoiler for his Duster. Nice. That is the 70 style, the Go Wing. Of course, my Demon has the 71 style gull wing. They are different. The 71's pokey. That one has the drop-offs on the end. Very cool. I have long wanted a swinger with that spoiler and a set of scoops. So yeah, if I can get a hold of that 70 I just showed you, it's happening. It's on. But yeah, I agree. I just don't. I'm not on board with this crap. I'm not on board with the modernizing thing. Like, if you want a modern Hemi, go buy a modern Hemi car and leave the old school one alone. Leave it alone. But, you know, it's all good. You have drink? You want beer and Dora? Nice. I'm old. Got a set of electronic curb feelers for my birthday. Cannot wait to install. Nice. That's how I ended up in this. All you have to do to create a mechanic is give your teen shitty cars and no money. Yeah. I did. I ended up with my mom's inherited Toyota Corolla, so that was my first real car. But at the same time, I'd had a Valiant, and then I had a Duster. So the Duster was my car. And yeah, I learned some lessons. And then I had a bunch of darts, and I had tons and tons of stuff. Sorry, I read ahead. Tons and tons of stuff that ended up broken. And so, yeah, that's how I learned ignition diagnosis and the common failures on these cars. And yep. Nice. Snoopy Boobs is lucky to have lots of space. Yeah, me too. What's up, Jeff Militich? What is going on? If he leaves the swinger outside too long, someone will make it their home. Yeah, you're not wrong. Nice. Sam Carlin is here and says, hi, mate. Love the channel from Australia. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I have a 64 Chrysler AP5 Valiant. These are unique to Australia. Yes, they are. Very similar to the same year Valiant. Yes. For this reason, the Slant 6 stuff has been great. Yep. And then you guys got the other one, the bespoke Australian Valiant in crap. Now I don't remember. Is it 69, 70, or 71? I don't know anything about Australian cars. If I sounded like I did for a minute there, I apologize. But they're cool. The wing makes it look so fast. Someone offered me a 69 Lincoln Continental today, and it was really easy to say no to that. Oh, cool. Nifticus392 says, I have a 69 Imperial Baron. Car is stock except for the addition of Pertronics ignition. Very cool. Oh, nice. Not a repop. It's original. They use that spoiler on Challengers? See, I don't actually know anything. I don't know if you guys know that. Hang on. Yeah, I thought they used... There's a stick on the little guy. No, that's a different style. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Yeah, okay. Oh, they show the gull wing, and then that says 70 to 74 on the Challenger. Huh. I don't know. I don't know anything. Let's stick with that. Yeah, that's the other style. No idea. And then, yeah, the little duckbill thing. That's what Austin's got on his car. It's kind of cool. Nice. Joey Grundy has a Dodge 880 Custom, 1965. I like those. I like the 880. I want a 64 two-door. Yeah, and then we rip all the modernized garbage out and put them back to stock. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too. I mean, I like an enjoyable classic car with a bit of horsepower. My idea of a bit of horsepower is 300 to 350. And I don't think you need any more than that on the street. I really don't. My Demon is plenty fun. It's enough to get in trouble. With that Dakota RT, which only has 250 horsepower, I was accelerating past someone, and I wasn't speeding either. There was someone going really slow in front of me, so I got in the right lane, and I just sped up really fast, and someone almost actually hit me, which is cool, because they didn't expect me to be there that soon. And I was only going again probably 32 when I had to slam on my brakes. It's enough. 300 horsepower is plenty. And the other thing is, I don't understand all these Hellcat swap people and oh, I need a 500 horse 440. And it's no matter what you do, you're never going to be the fastest. You're never going to have the fastest car. You never, ever will be that unless you're a millionaire. And even if you are, what good does it do you anywhere but a racetrack with traction? Maybe the dyno pissing match. I mean, okay, cool, but I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. Seems pointless to me. I'll never be the fastest, and I will never try, but I will have some fun. Yeah, and again, I agree. But those are the cars, again, that I modify with whatever engine I want, whatever factory options I want, whatever day 2 stuff I want. But I'm still not going to put stupid coil spring suspension in it, and a 4-link. And anyway, I completely disagree on that. The modern Hemi is not cheaper than a built 318. With equal power, 345 horsepower out of a 318 is a bit of work, but not that much. And that's 5.7, of course, is 345. The bigger ones cost more money, so there's that. And the other thing about the Hemi swap is you need all the swap parts. You need mounts and headers and hopefully you can wire it. Oh, and don't forget the wiring. You need a control system. I mean, it's $20,000 to get that Hemi up and running in your Coronet. It's a lot. It's not. I could build you one hell of a 318 for a quarter of that. So no, that's not correct. When you figure in the whole deal, it's not correct. Maybe, you can find a Hemi cheap enough. Hopefully it runs on 8 cylinders. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. A lot of interesting comments I don't understand. I took my driver's test in a 1991 Toyota Camry, but my other choice was the Duster. I think the windshield was still super smashed then, so that was a no. Oh, and I didn't have my own insurance yet because I was still 17. Any ideas on new seats for the 69 Charger? Also, could they be something from something AMC? Like the seats that are in it, they're Ford. I'm trying to find correct-ish seats, but I did also just pull a set of Durango buckets out of that RT, and that would be perfectly fine for just getting it drivable. Not against that. Not long-term what I want, but acceptable for now. I like the earlier Continental for sure. Yep. White with red leather interior. Years ago, there was a black 4-door convertible with the red interior I saw on eBay, and that is another car I kind of fell in love with. My first car was junk, and my second. And come to think of it, my current car is too. Nice. Todd Denio, I miss my 60 Dodge Phoenix. Oh, man. That 61 at Rocket is just awesome. Well, Polara. I like the Polara. Same idea, though. Yeah. Stage Zero Jason, who is here this week, says, I've only got older cars from the 70s through the 90s and leave them the way they're supposed to be. Stage Zero. Yep. That's like this Dakota RT. Like the previous two owners definitely because race card that thing. And I am undoing that. I mean, you may have seen it. I put a factory air box back in. I'm putting a factory steering wheel back in. I put more correct seats back in. Like, I put the missing flare on them. I want to paint it. I want to put the AC parts back in. Like, it's just like, it was a cool truck new. It was a fun truck new. And it wasn't such a piece of garbage new. I want it to be as close to what it's supposed to be as possible. You know, I just, yeah. And I feel way more the same about the older cars. Like, close to right, please. How much do you pay for cars? No offense, I would never pay that for that, ever. Cool though. I only buy things if they're cheap or if I can't help myself but to buy it. Most of the projects you see on the channel that I get here are in the sub $2,000 range. I paid good money for my Demon, but I got a bank loan, and also it's a 2-owner, like really, really good car. I paid good money for my Charger, but it's a really, really good car. It's worth, ooh, I know what that is, functional histories. Very cool. I have paid up for a couple cars, but they were worth it. I just paid up for that Charger, the crappy Charger in my garage. But if my plans didn't work out and I had to sell it tomorrow, I would get my money back. So, you know, and it's a Charger. For something like that, I just wouldn't. I bought a 76 start swinger with a 340. It ran pretty well. It had an 8 3/4. It had hood scoops. It had some little rust issues, and the body wasn't that great, but it had a decent 20-footer paint job, and bucket seats and console and like a lot of good stuff. And I paid $2,500 for that thing. I fixed everything wrong with it, drove it for a while, and I think I sold it for $5,000. And at $5,000, I was like, wow, I'm getting good money for this car. They're just not worth that much. Yeah, most people who want 1,000 horsepower have never had 300 horsepower. You know, a big part of my garbage can CUDA build is all about that. I mean, the 273 build that I have in mind, like if I hit 300 horsepower, that's a spanking 273. And then the other part of the equation is lightweight and gears. It's going to be really cool. And I guarantee you the horsepower number, which we'll never know, is not going to be impressive at all. Yeah. Because you don't have to try to be the fastest. Just kick ass and have fun. And that's exactly it. That is exactly it. Well, now you're just getting greedy. You have all my favorite cars? How dare you? Joey Grundy, you make too much sense. This is why your channel rocks. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm not putting that on the board. I feel the same way. My Demon is, and again, it's my version of fast. It's not. It does. I swear to you, like I did a good job on that engine. It runs sweet, but I don't think it's got 400 horsepower. I think it's like 350. Maybe that 1-to-1, horsepower per cube. Maybe, but it runs great, and it has all the power that you could ever want in a car that you drive on the street. It's just like it will burn rubber. It is plenty fun. I don't need anything else to be fun. And people want me to like hot rod my Charger and put a 4-speed in it. It's like, I don't need that. If I want to go fast, I'll get in the Demon. That's what I'll do. Now, having said that, I am still building the Barracuda. I'm going to have more fast cars. Heck, the Charger might end up fast, but I don't care how fast. Now, that's cool. 66 Newport 383, 3 on the tree, no radio. Very cool. So much knowledge on this channel. Thank you. Yeah, there's a bit. There was a Valiant wagon for sale up in Seattle recently, but it's gone. The guy I left my number with the previous owner. This kid bought it, and he actually called and offered it to me, which was really nice. And he gave me his bottom dollar, which was pretty reasonable, but someone went and put a down payment on it the next day, and I'm sure it's gone. It was a cool wagon. I agree. I won't say great, but I do at least get it. And you probably saw my 71 Challenger. That is my idea of how modernization should be done. It's seamless. You can't tell. It fits in the car. Even when you pop the hood, like someone that doesn't know, what engine should be under that hood would look at that and go, yeah, this looks right. Everything fits nicely. Everything just looks stock. I built, a cold air intake for it, but whatever. It looks like it fits there. And that is my best version of it's my best version of that modernization. Sorry, I read ahead. It's my best version of how modernization can be good, but I don't think that's usually what people are doing. So help me God, putting airbags on his B-body. Just drive a modern Challenger. Like, get it over with. Just buy a new car. Ugh. 345 going in. So 345 Hemi, 5.7 Hemi, is 383 horsepower. It's got 24K miles on it. I've already priced the swap parts. I'll be in it less than 10K. That's that sounds about right. So I could build you a good 318 for half that, I think. And it would still be a 318. It would still be right. It wouldn't have a stupid computer or a stupid fuel pump in the tank. I hope you're putting it in the tank. I think you're probably buying the Charger tank that has it in the tank. Do that. Don't put it on the frame. You will hate that. But still, it's just like, it's a lot of money to add complexity and make your car worse, but it's your car. And again, like, I've seen what a Hemi can do in one of these classic cars. You're like, it's fun. I'm not saying it's not. It's just, it's the last thing I would do. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't spend all that money to make my car worse. And again, a 383 horsepower, awesome. But 300 out of a spanking 318 is plenty. It'll do cool stuff. It'll be so much cheaper and easier. And it'll still run off of like one wire. And that's just, yeah. 191 of you out there. Thanks for joining. I do have to wonder if Uncle Tony has checked out for the evening. Yeah, that's the other thing, Bill. I mean, there are enough people out there modernizing and doing that kind of stuff. And I don't want to be that guy. It's not what I want in the world. And I'm here to tell people you don't have to do that to have fun. In fact, it'll probably be, in several ways, less fun. People have been brainwashed into thinking carburetors and points ignition are unreliable. Our parents and grandparents used to drive these cars coast to coast. Fuel injection is not the answer. Well, our parents and grandparents did used to break down a whole lot more often. I mean, I remember a time, like when I started driving, you would still see crappy old cars and trucks broken down in the shoulder all the time. All the time. And you don't really see that anymore. Has anyone else noticed that? Like, people just don't break down anymore. Except us. We still break down. Keeping the old world alive. Putting fuel injection in your classic car is not the answer, I don't think. It's adding complexity, and especially the aftermarket injection systems. I've had bad experiences. I've had parts failures. I've had things that just don't make sense. And I, again, spent years as a regular mechanic diagnosing the EFI systems, repairing them. I understand the sensors, the computers. I know what's going on. I know how they work. I know what they do. But you get one of these aftermarket systems, they don't have trouble codes. They don't have anything to say, hey, this is what's going on. They either work or they do weird shit you have to figure out. Like, that's been my experience. I installed a brand new sniper system last year. Could not get the car to idle right. Could not tune the idle. Just didn't work. I got it to a point that kind of sort of worked, and we sent it out the door, but it's not right. And I don't know why. I have no idea. No idea. So, yeah, I certainly think those types of injection systems ain't worth it. Swaps aren't always cheap. I just finished a 5.0 5-speed swap in a Ranger. Nice. We were just talking about 5-liter Rangers. Carbureted, and it still cost $5K before tires. Yeah. That engine was probably real cheap, though. Excuse me. I was just thinking about my drive test. It was in that Camry, and I only lost 5 points or 10 points because I went around a car that was just stopped in the middle of the road, but I didn't signal that I was going around it. It was on a back street. There were no center lines or anything, but I didn't signal. And then I think I goofed up backing around a corner. Anyway, or parallel parking or both. Anyway, I think I got a 90. Oh, awesome. Very cool. Took my driver's test in a 71 Satellite. Spoiler alert, I will be getting that car back later this year. Very cool. Nice. Everyone's talking about their drive test cars, and I apologize. I'm not reading everybody's. Well, he says he's doing it for 10, which, you know, that's still a lot of money to me. I have like gaskets and some time in that smog. Well, and I guess it was part of a trade deal for work that we did. The used camshaft that came with my Demon. I've got nothing in that 360. Set of gaskets, some used parts, a hone job, and putting it together. And it does really impressive stuff. I mean, they're smog heads. They're stock valves that I backfaced. Like, they are nothing special. But it works. Works really well. And it wasn't $5,000. Well, nice. I wonder how the Dakota RT would fare in the Rocket Field of Dreams. Not good, but I did have the same thought. At least it's got a sheer grip. Nice. Scott Mazier. I apologize for probably not even saying that right in my several attempts. Hi, Jamie. Still out here in Virginia. Welcome. Yes, the weight is, and that's part of what made that 71 Challenger so terrifying. Why have a 383 horsepower, 4,300 pound car when you can have a 383 horsepower, 3,500 pound car? Because the other one still performs like it's still faster than a street car should be. So, like, why do you need something that's actually dangerous? I mean, I had a give or take 300 horsepower, give or take 2,200 pound car, and that was goddamn terrifying. It was insane, you know, and you're talking about a power to weight ratio that's not too far off of that. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Your 70 Dart sounds too nice, Snoopy Boobs. TKX. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. And we were talking about that. I need to figure out some parts for you one of these days. Bell James said, I'd still like to spice up my 79 318 because 140 horsepower is pathetic. I'd like to be in the neighborhood of 300, but no more. Do you think that's possible with smog pistons? I don't know. Maybe. You know, I think 250, 275, I think would be pretty easy to achieve. I know we can make a lot more than what you got. Closed chamber heads would help a good bit. Dale Magner's got in a lot of trouble with an 81 six-cylinder Mustang. Yeah, it doesn't take 500 horsepower. Nice. Functional histories can't edit while I'm talking. Yeah, no. Oh, last week in Virginia, headed home next week. Nice. Hopefully I can drive my Charger out and see you. Yeah, sounds awesome. Hopefully we get some nice weather. And yeah, no, and I get it. And again, like, it's your car and I get it. I'm just telling you, like, this is my take on it. And I've tried to do the modernizing thing several times, and it made a lot of sense to me until it didn't, if that makes sense. Doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. Yep. No, and again, it's your car. Good night, Mark. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yeah, my 70 Swinger with a 318, no 8 3/4. It had 8 1/4 and disc brakes under it, though. I bought in 2009 for $700. Drove it home, or was that early 2010? I can't remember. Oh, I'm getting the signal. Hopefully you guys can still see and or oh crap. I apologize. I seem to be having connection issues. That's weird. If I disappear, okay, let me know if you can still hear me. This is weird. I've never had that before. Frame dropping. Is the audio still okay? Oh, now it's back. All right, well, everything's fine. Thanks for letting me know. Weird. Someone, hold on. Let's see if I can find this. Dan Tupper says, Mrs. Tupper sent me a picture. Oh, yeah, 206 of you out there. I apologize. My connection seems to be going to crap, so it might just continue to come and go. Weird. Weird. The logo keeps popping up. Anyway, 200 of you out there, so I'll assume a good few people dropped in from Tony's Lives. Now there are a ton of comments I'll probably never get to. But thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Anyway, my 70 Swinger was $700 and it drove home. It had a dragging caliper. The exterior was pretty ugly, but it was in decent shape, honestly. Ray asked me what I think about the new Charger. Controversial opinion. I like it and I want one, but I'd like mine to be gas powered, please. Nice. Where do I get? You said you're saying 88, but it's 880, right? Dodge 880. Isn't that the same car you mentioned earlier? I don't think quarters are available. I really doubt it. But that sounds like a heck of a deal. 318 mail truck. Yeah. Probably not. They just retired that one the other day, and I was going to ask, yeah. 300 horsepower is plenty for you. Yeah, it is. Welcome aboard. Jeff Hutchins just came in from Uncle Tony's. Nice. Does your Demon have a flat deck lid or ridged? Flat. It is still the early style. And yes, it's dented to hell. Anyone who needs stupid horsepower for a street car has never driven a mostly stock 440 powered Dart, or just a good warmed over small block with like some gears. Like, it doesn't take much to make a 3,000, 3,500 pound A body or B body fun. Really doesn't. Our 72 satellite had a just super mild built 318 with a 4-barrel performer manifold, Magnum manifolds, exhaust manifolds, and it shredded tire everywhere it went. It was a ton of fun. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm not there. Jeff Hutchins says absolutely fewer breakdowns on the shoulder these days. Yeah. Yep. Most piston engined aircraft are still magnetos. In fact, they probably have 2. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that. We always appreciate it. When you're running drugs and the car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, it's very stressful. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that is a serious problem. And again, as someone who's been there and tried to do that, yeah, the sniper doesn't know what trouble codes are. If a sensor goes all wiggy on the sniper, it just goes batshit crazy. It has no failure mode. It will not go, oh, this is probably wrong. I'll just ignore that and set a code. Nope, it doesn't do that. You have to be smart enough to look at the live data that it gives you and go, the AFR is 35-1. I don't think that's right. And then unplug the oxygen sensor, and then it kind of runs okay, and you can limp it home. Yeah. Oh, Cartech 76 dropped out a few minutes ago. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, some of the aftermarket systems are less than optimum. So that's cool, and that's good Good call. Using the Mopar crate engine PCM harness does have DTCs. Sounds kind of expensive. I was looking at their kits when they announced them way back, and yeah, I think that would be the way to go. An OBD2 compatible system that actually has trouble codes and stuff. It's different than the nightmare I'm currently complaining about. I've said this before. I'll continue to say it. I like the Magnum swap. It's simple. The computer doesn't have to be jailbroken. You just use the one out of the truck. It's OBD2 compatible if you're using 96.02. Like, it just works. And yeah, you have codes. You have a good self-diagnosing system that has failure modes if sensors go bad. It works. Yep. Nice. Yeah, Uncle Tony's team is called the Raiders. I don't know the first thing about putting Chevy valves in J-heads. Don't know anything about it. So if that's a thing, okay. Tumbleweed 77, what is up? R. Thorpe, I recently acquired a rusty 67 Barracuda. Thinking about a 273 with an A500 4-speed auto. Okay. The overdrive's an interesting thought. It doesn't fit in the A body well at all. So you're going to be modifying the floor and the transmission cross member. And I would like you to take a few minutes to do the math based on how many miles you're going to drive that car, how much you could potentially save on fuel, getting better economy, or just put different rear gears in it. But it's a trade-off, I have done this calculation several times. I used to have a Cummins truck that I was paying a monthly payment for, and I realized with the number of miles I drove, my 1978 W200 that got 11 miles a gallon, I would actually save money by just driving that truck and selling the one with the truck payment. Like, my point is, the overdrive is not going to pay for itself for a long, long time, for a lot of miles. If this is your everyday driver and you're on the highway all the time in overdrive, okay, might be worth it. But probably not. It would take a while to pay that back. Just saying. Brian says, I want to drive my Duster in the Field of Dreams. I want to drive the Volare in the Field of Dreams, but I think it's going to get parted out instead because no one will buy it. No. Stop it. No 5.7 Hemis. Well, how many times did I have to say that? I love the 5.9. I would rather work on the 5.9. The 250 horsepower is enough. It'll burn all the tires you want. It'll drift as much as you want. More horse ponies would be cool. And I might do that by squeezing them out of the Magnum 360 and showing people how it's done. I would not put a Hemi in it. I wouldn't. Too much money. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Yeah, we do have different definitions of scary, obviously. And that's fine on a track, but like on the road, that's what I'm talking about. All of my stuff is about on the road. No, I touched on that when I saw your first comment, but no, it doesn't come close to fitting. And you have to make a different bolt-in cross member. A good piece of the welded-in cross member will be gone, and same with the floor. Mostly Mopar. I prefer having cars that I can use my 12 meter on. Agreed. Nice. Hone job. Nice. Yeah, same. Yeah, Mark, with the Coronet. I have no idea what horsepower the Coronet is, but it's fun as hell. It's right in that magic range. It makes great power. I'd say it's 350 to 400. It's in there. I mean, it is enough to do whatever you want it to do. I wouldn't call it insane. I just think it's nice. I think it's a great setup, and it's able to jive with that 2500 stall and the gears. I think they're 3.2s, aren't they? So it goes down the road nice, but it's got plenty of pickup. Great combination. Really, really good. And I'll tell you this, that amount of horsepower could have been made with less money. I know you're not the one that built the engine. But the one that's in the 73 Charger that I did, I think it'll give it a run for its money. It's lower compression, but it's pretty good. For the 73 D200, would I be better to stay with a 318 or move up to a 440? Well, you get all kinds of torque with a 440. 440 is a great truck engine, but so is the 318. I mean, it's definitely going to be slower with the 318. I had a 2-barrel 318 automatic 75 short bed W100 power wagon. I did not think of it as slow. I actually thought it was pretty fun. Where did she send that picture? Is that on the face tubes? Because I didn't see it. Must be here. Hang on. There's always a delay. The Facebook Messenger for pages kind of sucks. Nice. Daniel Baron is here and says, hey, Jamie, about 6 months ago, you recommended the Edelbrock AVS2 for my 73 Charger to go from 2-barrel to 4. Great choice. Very responsive carburetor. Thanks. Yeah, telling you, they're great. 24. What the heck? I'm in this group. Oh, I'm guessing it's that one, Dan. Nice. South Carolina. I couldn't actually see what she sent me. Whoa! Brian says, build that one. I've said I want to do a real life Roger Dodger. I apologize for the technical difficulties I was having earlier. I think I'm back. It was all very strange. Mind your business. Hey, you do you, Bill. All the respect. I just, I've made my stance on it quite clear, and I'm sure you understand my reasoning. How's Colin doing on prep for his trip, and when is he planning on heading out? He's heading out at the end of March. He's doing well. The car has a floor now. He got his carpet, but I don't think he's been able to finish that, and now he and his son are super sick. They got the strep throat, so that's just great. So yeah, he doesn't have the carpet done yet, but car's looking good. It's drivable. He's trying to get some different seats figured out that'll be more comfortable for like 2 weeks. And yeah, everything's back to abnormal. Nice. I think they have a data center hooked up to the data center. Nice. To a lean burn computer from a 78 Diplomat. This thing never would have gotten off the ground. Yes, you can do that. Yep. 75 truck 318. I put very ported 81 360 heads, but I shaved them. Now hold on a second. What 360 heads have a quench area? They don't have an actual flat. They're not a closed chamber. They're all open chamber, aren't they? Yeah, so they technically don't have a quench area. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that can be done. I'm usually more of a torque guy. But anyway. Yeah, I don't think anyone wanted to fight. That wasn't even approaching a spirited discussion. Like, yeah. Do you think I think I'm right about everything? Like, it's just like my opinion, man. Good evening, Empire Arrest. How's it going? For a minute, I sounded like Dan Aykroyd in Spies Like Us, but no, it's good. Well, I'm glad it all worked out. Nice. No, I wouldn't. Because I feel the same way about newer cars that I feel about older cars. Let them be what they're supposed to be. Yeah, that's why I don't want that one. I want the gas one. No. Stop it. Don't. I actually covered this earlier in the live. I'm guessing you missed it. My opinion on upgrading the K-frame and losing the torsion bars and getting rack and pinion is that it's stupid, short-sighted, ill-advised, poorly conceived. It ruins everything good about a Mopar, and you shouldn't do it. A Mopar without... Oh, yeah, what I said. Yeah, I was a little late to that one. I'm a little late to everything. A Mopar isn't a Mopar anymore, a Muscle Aero one, if it doesn't have torsion bars. That's where I'm at. I don't care if it's better. I still think it's wrong. And if you think torsion bars aren't good enough, uh-oh. If you think torsion bars aren't good enough, then you don't know. Upgrade your bars, upgrade your sway bars, box your lower control arms, upgrade your upper arms if you really want to do that, upgrade your bushings. Like, there is a lot you can do. Firm feel gearbox, good choice. Don't ruin your car. And as far as upgrading the K-frame, I haven't ever seen one with the coils. I don't want to. But I have seen the QA1 tubular K-frame. We put one on the 71 Challenger, and that thing flexed. I could not believe how badly that thing flexes around the gearbox. It's horrible. And the stock ones tend to flex a little bit too, but this is just like, dude, it's brand new. How did they not? They didn't know that that was going to be a problem. They couldn't engineer in a little bit more bracing to hold the gearbox still. No. That is not an upgrade. People redo the welds on the factory ones to firm them up a bit, and I do think that's a worthwhile endeavor if yours is one of the really, really bad ones. But no, don't rip out everything that makes your car good. Just don't. Just don't. Pinkies up, boys. I don't know why I started doing that, but it's been so long. Nice. No Clue Garage is late again. Damn it. How the hell are you? I'm all right. It's been a slow and uneventful day. Ooh, although I did pick something up, and I'm planning to play this in a little bit, although I don't know what I'm going to play on it. This is a custom-built 12-string 335 style hollow body. I bought this guitar off of eBay for $140 when I was 17. It was a 6-string, just cheap 335 copy. And I actually traded it to my friend Quinn. He did the 12-string conversion on the headstock, but he never finished it. So my friend Frankie, who does like luthier work and builds guitars and stuff, he fixed it. It's all done, and it's awesome. It's we're still in the breaking in phase. The strings are still stretching. Everything's kind of settling in. But anyway, going to pick that up is I'm buying coffee and making breakfast. All I've done today. Well, and I finished editing video this morning. I don't know. What's stock? It's the. Are they all? I don't know. I have no idea. Whatever comes in the stock rebuild kit. Yeah, exactly. That's another part of this. Nothing wakes up a mild build like a set of 410s. Yeah. If you want to have fun, gearing helps quite a bit. That is a tempting proposition, but I am not signing on for it. Oh, yeah. I think a punctuation is. Glenn reposted his comment with different punctuation, and it made more sense as like the not fighting mode it was intended to, I think. Anyway, everything's fine. We're all good. No fist fights. No. Oh wow, Bill Johnson, $1,100 for that complete kit off of B-Bodies. They're about $1,500 from the dealers. That's what I thought. Yep. Not that's pretty similar to the Holly kit. Is the Terminator X like $1,800? It's something like that. But yeah. Nice. No Clue Garage says, put the ABS2 on my D100. It's amazing. Smooth idle, runs like a dream. They are the best. They are just the best. It's all good. Custom in the name mean anything. It's on my 82 truck as well. I am so confused. It's 88 cut. So it's an 88 truck you're talking about. I thought you said 64 880. Maybe that was someone else. Custom's just a trim level. It really doesn't mean very much. Speaking of buying great Hemi kits. Hey, Dan. Nice. Just make it purple again. Caleb's. I have a 70 Valiant 4-door with slant 6904. I'm building an LA 360, 8 3/4. I'm thinking about 833 over 727. It'll be lots of fun. Highly recommend. It's great. Great way to go. The 1-to-1 box is awesome. The overdrive box is less awesome, but you do get, better cruising mileages if that's what you want. Oh, I've seen it. I have seen that car. It's amazing. I don't think I will be turboing this one. I'm more about not doing that. I want a turbo slant 6 though. That's a later thing. Yeah, the 5.9 Magnum is an excellent engine. It really is. The horsepower rating does not tell you the whole story. It is getting dark. It's not dark yet, but we're getting there. Andrew Button says, what about just putting gears and headers in an M-body Diplomat? Yeah. That'd be cool. Centrifugal blower works well. Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. The 5.9 is rock solid. The 5.7, again, I spent 7 years as an actual mechanic, and I saw so many Hemis with problems and noises and nightmares and smoke billowing out the tailpipes. And I just don't want and bad tappets and ruined camshafts. And I don't want to touch that with someone else's money. So yeah, plus all the trouble with swapping it. The 5.9 is excellent. And again, the horsepower rating is anemic. They make 350 foot-pounds of torque, give or take, out of the box. So that kind of tells you more of the story of what that engine's going to do. The intake is restrictive. The tune is restrictive. So the horsepower rating it's not super impressive, but it does a lot more than you think. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going for ultimate power, sure. Yeah, that's cool. But you got to have a lot of money to do shit like that, and I'm not preaching to that kind of builder at all. And I'm not that kind of builder. Driving a slow car fast is more fun than driving a fast car slow. Yep. I'm all about finding my fun, somewhere else. That's all. That's all. Nice. Yeah, I don't have money to buy that charger, so you don't need to go look. I already bought one piece of crap one. Answer 14 says, I have a 74 Swinger Special. Original 318, manual disc, manual steering. Awesome. That is a great platform to build on. You don't have to do anything. Putting a new 318 with mild build, 904, 391 gears, and an 8 1/4. Proud to do a conventional build. You are going to have a great time with that car, and it's all easy. It's all easily attainable. And if you want more power down the road, build a 360. Build a Magnum. They're 400 horsepower, easy. Yeah, that's great. That's super awesome. Have fun with that. That is exactly my kind of build. That's the kind of crap I've been putting together forever. Speaking of horsepower, I have no idea what my 48 Dodge has with the 440. Ironically, it does the same thing it did with the original Flathead 6. Cruise around town on occasion. Yeah, what this guy said. What's the difference? I love driving around my 48 Power Wagon with 105 horsepower. Yeah. Nailed it. Aced it. Can't be stopped. Does anyone else miss that car? I miss that car. Hey, the clock in my truck is right again. My wife's Subaru too. It's now accurate. Yep. Oh, Jeff Deal. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. 9 minutes ago, sent me a super sticker for $5. Thank you very much. I can't actually see whatever the sticker is in StreamYard. That's what it's called. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Robert Hill is back. I haven't seen that name in a while. He's back to be grumpy about everything. Yeah. I don't know everything about anything. Did you just come back to be a dick? Come on. Anyway, the only Chargers that are muscle cars have 383 horsepower, 400 horsepower, 440 horsepower. Oh, 383 HP. Excuse me, I read that wrong. 400 HP, 440 in Hemi power. I have spent enough time explaining my position on this to you. So I'll just ask you this. Is a 450 horsepower 318 in a Charger now a muscle car? Or is it still not allowed to be a muscle car because it's only a 318? Just axing. .340s for sure. If 340s aren't muscle car engines. Yeah. Torsion bars are the upgrade. Thank you. Firm feel versus Borgeson. Which and why? Firm feel because the factory column fits, and I like the look of the stock part. And I like that all the lines line up and everything's all like easy and dumb. I've driven 2 cars with the Borgeson. It was cool. It was fine. But make mine firm feel. It's just, I like as much factory as I can. And they do a good job. A Mopar without T-bars is like a day without sunshine. So like, yeah, no comment. See, my brother has always been the handling guy of the two of us. And he says, yeah, he just put one in his Fury. Maybe I'm biased, but I vote Borgeson box. Smaller, lighter, and not much more expensive considering prices nowadays. It's very true. It's very true. And if you're trying to do an all-out build, sure. But I'm on board with the firm feel. The pinky is the drunk meter. Mine comes up sober, brother. Hell yeah, brother. I don't think SRV on a 12 string is a good idea. I can barely pluck individual notes. Does a 69 383 typically have the nylon cam gear? I don't actually know that. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I have no idea. I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. There's a major problem with headers in general. They suck. Yes, you can do that, but it's an insane amount of work also. It depends on the application. It depends on the headers. With TTIs, you might be able to fit them out, but I don't know. How much is gas in Washington? Expensive. I don't know what it is right now. 4 something. Varies by station. I showed in the Imperial video today, I showed the Imperial at the gas station there in Little Rock. That's our local gas station. And they are always stupidly expensive, like way more than every other station, like 5-10 miles away. So yeah, that place sucks. But they have good food. So there's that. They make a heck of a cheeseburger for a gas station. Torsion bars are why Mopar's launch good. Use 6-cylinder bars on a V8. Problem solved. Yep. All in with you. Well, drag lights, not my favorite wheel. Not really my style. But, you know, kind of cool. It wouldn't be my go-to choice. Play some Dylan. I played Man and Me to start last week, didn't I? I think I did. I think we did. Dan Mopar's 5150 prefers the Borgeson over firm feel unless it's a fender tag resto. And I get that, but I also don't like modifying the column. Yeah. Remember a 71 Charger I had a chance to buy for $2K, grain 440 swap. So rusted out from years of being exposed to ocean and air. There was more rust than cars. Yeah, more rust than car. Sounds about right.
Driving back home from the concert, guess what? We're right about the screws. Imagine that.
Donnie, I'm right about things a lot, but I don't know everything about anything. I know some things about some stuff, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sounds about right, though. Lovejoy, I pulled an engine and trans out of an 04 Sonoma today. Pro tip, don't. Yeah. 223 gears? Good Lord. Wow. The only electric 12-string I had ever played before getting this was a Rickenbacker like that. It was okay. Just play something. You're awesome. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. I will play something. Nice. You ever check your Gmail account? Yeah, all the time. I check both of my Gmail accounts. Someone, Michael J. Young, an hour ago placed a merch order. So if you're here with us, thank you very much. Appreciate that. There is nothing in my inbox. So that's good. Yeah, headers are easy in an M body because the torsion bars go the other way. There's tons of room. Like, I know working around torsion bars suck, but they're what make the cars what they are. So just work around them. I can't answer that. I have no idea. Dale, you going back to blue on the 69 Charger? My wife says I should, but I don't know. It's so much money and time. I'm currently working on trying to drum up some funds. It just so happens that my brother, Dead Dodge brother, already owns all of the sheet metal to fix the back of a 69 Charger, except the quarters, which is fine because I don't even want full quarters. I either want to get patches or make my own. He has everything I need, so I'm fitting to just buy that from him and then start piecing the back end back together. And yeah, I want to make it a whole car. I have so many different visions for that car, and I think I could just go through all of them one by one. I like the Ratty Primer Gray. It's pretty cool. Of course, once I start doing patches, those parts aren't going to match anymore. So, whatever. We'll have to figure something out. I really want to do flat black, and several people said, do the Death Proof car, which, yeah, obviously do the Death Proof car. That would be awesome. I had the Death Proof logo on my 70 Swinger way back when. So, yeah, I'd like to do that. But then also, I would like to paint it B5 blue again. I love B5 blue, and I think that would be an awesome car. So, yeah. Joel Shooter is here. Late again. Okay, so you've got a 65 two-door 880 custom and then an 85 pickup or something. Or 82 pickup. Got it, yeah. Custom just, it doesn't mean much. Okay, good. So I understood correctly. Glenn Yeromi says, I was surprised you didn't talk the owner of the 73 out of using headers. He just got them, and it was like, it says they fit the car. Okay, fine. Whatever. But yeah, and also, we did a lot to that engine, and through HPs, would have been a little restrictive. It would have been fine, but a little restrictive. So it does make sense. You heard how it runs. It's awesome. But yeah, it wouldn't have been my choice. Andrew Button, I think the very best place to put a Hellcat engine would be an A100 van. Haven't heard of anybody doing it. I've talked about this before. There is no room in those things at all, and they have horrible cooling problems. So good luck with that. It would be interesting. You got to have drivability, or what's the point? Yeah, and so much I do is based around that. Okay, I almost said this earlier when I was talking about having fun in low-power cars. I had a 75 Beetle, and it was super fun to drive. It was fun till 35 miles an hour. And then it was not fun anymore. Couldn't get it up hills at speed. It's terrible. But it was really fun to 35 miles an hour. Nice. Gotcha. I want to do it right. Boyd, yeah, again, you heard my thoughts on that, and sorry if I come out swinging, but keep the torsion bars. You can make that suspension really, really good. Interesting. Hobby Macius, 3 reasons I'm adding an altercation to my 69 Dart. I got it for less than half price. I'm stuffing a big block in it and adding a bargain Tremec, probably the TKX. And yes, I'm a purist too. I like my torsion bars. But I get it. Bye-bye, Snoopy Boobs. He left minutes ago. Nice. Nice, nice. I don't know if Robert Hill even stuck around long enough to hear my grumpy response to his grumpy comment. Yeah, I think he just dropped some truth on us and just checked out. It's not a muscle car. Dude, he messaged me directly after that discussion we had in a live. I just don't know what the hell to call a car that looks like this. Like, oh my God. Look at it. Is this a family sedan? No. Is it a pickup truck? No. Is it a small import? No. What is this with a 318 under the hood? Is it a different car? No. It's still this massive, throbbing, muscular American car. And by the standards in some countries, especially at that time, a 5-liter V8's friggin' huge. I'll concede the point on the Slant 6 powered Charger, but come on. It's fine. Everyone gets so bent out of shape about what is a muscle car and what isn't. And they're all so serious about it. They want to gatekeep. They want to make these little rules like, oh, it can only be this year to this year, and it can only be mid-size, or it can only be these engines, or it can only be performance packages and stripes and scoops, or it can only be this and it can only be that. And it's like, I don't have time for this bullshit. Anyway, I digress. No one puts baby in the corner. Can a 4-door be a muscle car? No, it can only be a mid-size 2-door from 1965 to 1971. And it has to have, I don't know. I mean, a 4-door can have the essence of a muscle car. I don't even really care that much. It's just, anyway. The great thing about a 4-door is that it has all the same parts. And you can bolt all of the muscle parts on. You can do the same thing with a wagon. And I just feel like a car that has all that stuff done to it and performs exactly how a muscle car did, and might even have some of the styling stuff of a muscle car thrown on it, like, doesn't it deserve an honorary mention? I think so. Performance sedans are cool, but by the classic definition, no. Well, there's a bit of a trade-off there. My Power Wagon has 530s, but that's, yeah. It also tops out at 2,700 RPM, 2,800 RPM. Something like, maybe it's 3,000-ish, but anyway, nice. Oh, I absolutely would have taken a Slant 6 Charger if that's all I had available. Yeah. If I ever drop a 318 into my 65 Valiant, I'd consider that a muscle car. Maybe even before that when I find a Barracuda grill. You don't like the 65 Valiant grill? I like it. I mean, the Barracuda's cooler, but I like the Valiant grill. I think I like it. A 318 in that car that weighs under 3,000 pounds, especially if it's like breathed on at all, the power to weight ratio is going to be great. It's going to be right up there with what people consider classic muscle cars. But yeah, I don't know. Does it meet the standard definition? I don't know. My 344-speed Demon isn't a mid-size car, so is it a muscle car? Oh, I guess not. Okay, thank you, Dan. I didn't think it did. Dan says 69-383 does not have nylon gear. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, and we got the spacers from them to convert the 73 Charger to the earlier style, the 73 Charger rear end to the earlier style leaf spring without the clamshell thing, and it didn't fit right. Yeah, so I wasn't super impressed with that. Jeff Hutchins, both of my shop clocks are right again. Nice. Nice. Oh, wow. Very cool. Stage 0 Jason, 73 360 block and heads, finally ready to be picked up from the machine shop 10 months later. Ready to build the new engine for my old stepside, which is great because it needs that. Bad stuff happened. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a drop an HEI distributor on it guy, so I've never gone looking for one. Well, it's front-wheel drive, so it can't be a muscle car. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I get it. Like, part of the argument is about the image, like, what a muscle car was supposed to be. It was a two-door street warrior, with the muscular look and the styling and obviously the horsepower. And, I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, muscle cars kicked off with the Chrysler 300 in 1955 with a dual quad 300 horsepower Hemi. And a lot of people think that, but then a lot of people say the GTO, but then it still predates the muscle rage, the muscle car wars, the real muscle car era. So I don't know. Daryl says, hi from Detroit, $3.19 a gallon here. You don't have to rub it in. You and your brother should do more videos together. And we will as time allows. But, I mean, he has a real job. I have a job sometimes. Like, the times I'm making videos, he's usually busy. And on the weekends when he's around, I'm not doing car stuff. I do enough. Bergman's kit for the Borgeson. You don't modify the column. You don't have to drill it and pin it? Or cut the old end off, or no, it's not Merle Haggard. It's he says Merle Haggard in it, but it's God damn it, David Allen Coe. Never even called me by my name. That's why I closed with. Yeah, that's a great one. That is a great one. Nice. Snoopy Boobs, I thought you left. Or is that someone else? Central Coastal California. That sounds nice. I like it down there. I don't know Moving On by Merle, no. I don't know any Merle Haggard at all. No. Yeah. Cleveland Makers here says, what's up, Jamie? Heard you owned a Caddy. Come back to the Empire. There's a 58 Fleetwood 60 special waiting for you. That sounds expensive. I had a 71 Fleetwood, and it was a nice car. Nice leather, all the fancy bells and whistles, Twilight. Well, I didn't have cruise, but it had Twilight Sentinel, their automatic temperature thing, and it actually worked. I liked that car. Great driving, great riding car. Really liked it. 472 power. Oh, yeah. I might own another Cadillac someday, but I'd rather have that Imperial or another cool full-size Chrysler product. But the Imperial's really good. Oh, yeah. It will be a ratty Charger for the foreseeable future. It could be painted someday, but the foreseeable future, it's staying dirty. Will the skinny drive shaft in my 4-door 66 Coronet take any power at all? Yeah, it'll be fine. It will last a long time. Yeah, I also like the traditional Mopar starter noise. New starters on high torque units just do not have the sound. There's a guy with the handle, I think his name on Facebook is Bob Bush, whether that's his real name, I don't know. But his handle on YouTube is Loves to Crank. And anytime I'm doing like a revival with lots of starter cranking, Loves to Crank comes out of the woodwork to comment on it. It's really fun. I'm not going to do the Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. A bunch of people have commented that. If I painted it, and no, I'm not doing Dark Forest Green, although I do like that as well. If I paint it, it's going back to B5 Blue. That is the only option. B5 Blue, no top. White stripe. Now that you have a 12-string, Johnny Marr played some good 12-string on the Talking Heads album, Naked. Especially the song. It dropped off, but I'm guessing the song was also Naked. I like Talking Heads. I should listen to them more. A100 vans are kind of dangerous. You are the crumple zone, yes. And in the event of a water landing, you will be used as a flotation device. How's it going, Chris Langston? What is up? Nice. Windshield is also crumple zone. Yeah. Nice. Did the factory blackout behind the grill radiator support hardware from the factory for the favorite Mopar cars years? Yes. I don't know. It's so hit and miss. I couldn't promise to anything. I've still never watched Mortski. People keep mentioning him to me. Yeah, header haters. Yeah. It's an exclusive club and I'm in it. Oh, I'd love to have a 5-speed Omni. That would be awesome. Ideally with a turbo, though. My brother sent a picture. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's the Bergman kit. Right. Okay. I knew that. That is Bergman's no-cut coupler. Yes. I missed the memo. I forgot. No, that's cool. For factory power steering cars. And remember, never go on a parts run in below freezing weather in a 36 horsepower Volkswagen bus. Yeah, the who dares message me? Why is this still available? God damn it. Joey Grundy sent pictures of 880. Let's see if they pop up. Robert Hill referred to those engines as 383, 440 HP, and 426 as opposed to cubic inches. No, HP high performance. He didn't say 426 HP. He's 383 HP, so that's the 4-barrel, and that does exclude the 383 2-barrel, and I understand his thinking there. I do get that. But yeah, he's a 383 HP, 440 HP, and 426 Hemi. Oh, huge pain in the ass. Yeah, you always want to use the smaller starter. Always. Cool. I got pictures from Joe Grundy. Oh, I love that pickup. Is that him? No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's the early 50s bed. Non-pilot house. That's got to be what, 50? And it's still split hood. I want to say 54? 53 or 4? Yeah, it's got to be in there. Anyway. Cool. Nice. And then there's the that Dodge 880. Yeah. I love those cars. Very cool. It's just a Chrysler that says Dodge on it, but it's all good. Nice. Plow truck. Looks like there's still some of it left, too. Very cool. And then, of course, tractors. Tractor Man. Nice. You got to have your daily driver, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's nice. Good stuff. 52 wheelies, 1 ton, 4-wheel drive, 72 horsepower, 4,500 pounds, drum brakes. Not fun to drive, but cool. You pretty much just described the Power Wagon, and it is fun, but in a terrifying way. I was told a muscle car is a mid-size car with an engine that's meant for a full-size car. And that is the basic, most widely accepted definition. And I think so. But I also think there are cars that do not fit in that very narrow definition that we can still count. And then people want to put a year range on it. But then what if you have a mid-size car that's a 74 and it's got a 440 and it's awesome? I mean, aside from the fact that they lower the compression quite a bit. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, that. A lot of people like my Charger. It's an awesome car, right? And a lot of people wish they owned it, so that makes me feel good inside. But a couple kids, a 4-year-old on a bicycle and like his 9, 10-year-old brother, maybe the kid was 4 or 5. They were riding bikes up the alley, and they were the most excited about my Charger that I have ever seen. These young kids, because Dom has one. That's so cool. That's like Dom's Charger. That's amazing. I want one of those someday. So cool. Yeah. Oh, dang. IB Thunder sent me $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jamie, I had my cancer surgery 2 days ago. Everything is great. Good to hear. Hope everything stays great for you. Will you play a song when you have time? I will. I'm going to play a song in just a minute here. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I will pick up my guitar and figure out a song to play. Yeah, the 383 made the Charger a winner. Yeah, and I've talked about that a lot, Boyd. Really love the 383. Mine is a 2-barrel one with a 4-barrel on it. So mine's not a muscle car. I'm sorry, Robert, if you're actually still listening. I see these kinds of comments all the time, and I just don't understand why we need to be that serious about it. Like, can we just enjoy shit? Can we just do that? I think we can. Any car that can kick you in the pants. Well, there's a lot of fast cars that I don't think qualify as muscle cars. But having said that, there are some really impressive Mercedes cars. Anyway, Daddy's Money Garage has a four-door Valiant that is a muscle car. Well, you've got a 68 flat fender? Cool. WM300. Yeah, 50 is the top speed. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. If it's a 318 and a CUDA, it can't possibly be a muscle car. Might as well just scrap it now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the 63 convertible that I did here, which is for sale, by the way, if you know anybody, $3,500. I need it to go away. And it's a nice car, but it's not done. Just a tiny cam, rebuilt stock 360 in that car. Oh, it's so fun. It's awesome. It is very fun. You don't need more than that. People call 64.5 Mustangs muscle cars. It's a loose definition. That's exactly it. I just don't know why the rules are so important. Like, the definition can be loose. It's fine. Oh, wow. Future Funds just grabbed a 69 Charger out of a barn. Congratulations. 5 barns full of old Mopars. Wow. Very, very cool. Yeah, exactly. We don't need to. Exactly. Thank you. Completely agree. Nice. Jeff Deal, I'm hoping it is, says, Jamie, I'm a Ford guy and BMW. I've actually owned a BMW, funny enough. But with your videos being so damn entertaining, I want a mid-70s W100 150 to play with. They are fun trucks, telling you. Very fun. Captain Jamie and the 4,500-pound pickle land barge. Permission to come aboard granted. Stop it. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I totally get the muscle wagon thing. It's fun. Yes, my brother reminded me that exists. I don't know everything. You just know that. Donnie's here. He's late. I can't be trusted. You know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Violent shake at 60 miles an hour. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I am my own grandpa. That's all I got. Thank you, Boyd. Really appreciate it, and I'm happy to do it. I really enjoy this stuff. If you pay attention, Snoopy Boob says bye every week and still stays in the chat. Donnie does that too. Yeah, I just threatened to sell my convertible. I'm selling my Power Wagon, possibly, although that guy said he was going to send me a down payment. I haven't heard from him yet, so we'll see. Yeah, I do. I sell and trade things all the time. I have too much stuff. I'm actually, someone commented at the beginning of this very live stream and said, man, this Jamie Atwood guy sure is listing a lot of stuff for sale on Facebook. I am trying to clear some stuff out. I've got too much junk. So yeah, every year, spring cleaning time. Yeah, so it is what it is. Some stuff needs to go. I can't keep them all. I don't want to keep them all. No, I've never had a mob top. A100 gets no respect. I kind of like them. Hangman by Zeppelin would be great on the 12 string, but I can't play it. Ton of comments have come in the last 10 minutes. Smell the exhaust pipe. Nice. Oh, yeah. Your 69 and my 68 lined up would be colorful, if nothing else. Red means stop. Green means go. What are your plans for your 300? I'm not going to do a stroker, but I would like to spice up the 360. I don't have any plans in the near future. I just want to get it on the road. That's the most important thing to me right now. Yeah. So technically, Chargers they weren't even supposed to be muscle cars. Just, they made an RT. That was a big mid-size car. Barely counted. And I'm not arguing the fact that the Roadrunner, the Super B, like there were better, more true to the essence of muscle cars. There's no question of that. But look at this thing. Oh, it's amazing. What car has more muscle and brawn than that? I just don't know. It's just got so much presence and character. Oh, I just got a message from Empire of Rust. Real life person. Did you message me directly? I think you messaged me directly. You can't tell. Anyway, cool. I do apologize if you're sitting in my Facebook ad folder. When I was first doing YouTube, I accepted requests as they came in. There are like hundreds in there now. And I just realized at some point, I don't need that many friends. If you hang out in my live streams and comment all the time, I'll probably accept. If I know it's you, I'll probably accept your ad request. But I don't need more friends. I've met a lot of cool people through this channel. Most of the people I message every day are, I met through here, and that's great. But it's all getting to be a bit much. So don't take it personally if I don't accept your ad request. Anti-stupid, I have no tattoos. Interesting. Empire Rust says, my replacement 383 68 block has a nylon cam sprocket. Interesting. I learned Ben McCullough properly. Kind of. Yeah, Teslas can kick you in the ass, but definitely not a muscle car. Exactly. And like someone, and sorry, I forget who, said a bit ago, a muscle car when you see it. Like, yeah. Like I made that comment about the Mercedes a minute ago, and I somewhat apologize for that. But at the same time, they have some like brawny looking sedans that have power and are fast and sound good. And honestly, I think that's in muscle car territory. I really do. Speaking of Mercedes, Rainy Day Auto says, I have a Mercedes, but my Valiant is a lot more fun. Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the real joy of these cars, is the reaction and the fun of that. One of the fun things about driving around with Colin and his assorted wrecks, fine automobiles, is the reactions from people. Yeah. My daughter learned pretty early on, you're kind of a celebrity riding around in a cool car like that because everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to ask you about it. Yeah. Kids know cool. It's not a matter of bullshit, just straight honesty. I want to get to a song pretty quick. I'm not really getting to the bottom of the comments. I'm getting closer, but a ton came in, so I apologize if I miss yours. But someone asked me recently if Chargers are really cool. This was on my crappy 69 video. Are these cars really cool, or do people just think they're cool, like because of graveyard cars and stuff? If people think they're cool, it's because they're cool. And exactly that. Like kids look at these things and they're like, oh. And old men look at them and they go, oh. They're cool. It's not bullshit. They're just cool. There's no question of that. Rules are meant to be broken. Gambler 500. Tate. Fun over rules. Fun over rules. I want to have fun. 318 Magnum. What's a good source for cheap bucket seats not new? Go to the junkyard and find the least offensive plain buckets that you can. I've used Durango buckets before, and I kind of like them, but they don't flip forward for your two-door, so that's a problem. I just like plain-looking leather buckets. I don't want anything that looks modern. I don't want anything that jumps out. If you find something that just looks plain and kind of sort of matches your car, that's the best thing I can say. Yes, a lot of oldish guys around my mom's age are especially enthusiastic. I look forward to seeing people's reactions on our upcoming cross-country trek. Yes. Tony Stanley says, I will watch your 273 build then. This Mordor can be closer to being accepted as muscle. I changed my pick. My other car is a Charger 446 back 4-speed. Nice. But I like the 66 Coronet too. I need your bumper. I am still looking for a bumper. I have people all over the country looking for a 66 Coronet front bumper for me. Now, Several people said to my mother that they resemble that remark. Yeah. Yes, McLovin Garage knows from experience you can snatch things out of my grasp if you're persistent. A couple of the cars I will not be getting rid of, but yeah. Incredible. I wasn't going to tell them how old my mom is, but she did it herself. Oh, see you, Christopher Messer. Thanks as always for being here. Really appreciate that. Yes, it's very late. It's technically leaving time. Mustangs are technically pony cars. How fast is the Dakota RT? Fast enough to be fun and to crash it, but not insane. Rich Jordan wishes I was closer. Yeah, I get that a lot. If mom keeps insulting my brother's cars too loudly, the Fury is going to explode halfway to Plymouth. Yeah. I've got people in Minnesota, one of the Dakotas. I can never remember which one. Whatever. We got resources. I am going to do the Turbo Slant 6. I can't wait. 68 Charger was and is the benchmark. I agree. Get out. I love the early cars too. I love what they've done with my car. Rich Corinthian leather. Ricardo Maltaman. I know you do. Mine's already ruined though. Rainy Day Auto says, first time on your live chat, but I love your channel. You got me with the 74 Duster video, and the Llama Barn Valiant is a dream car. Awesome. Well, welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. That 74 Duster video was a while back. That one did pretty well. The blue 64 Chrysler is for sale. Mitch wants $1,500 for that car. It needs to leave. It needs to get out of my driveway. I meant to list it a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, or maybe 6 months ago. I don't know why I haven't done it. I need to get that and the 64 Bel Air listed. It is for sale. Please buy it. It's a great deal. It's a running 361. It's got tons of good parts. The brake booster's bad. I have another one. Might be good. The tires lose air, but I've got slot mags that also lose air for it. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's a pretty good car. Yeah. If you haven't pushed it when it broke down, it ain't a muscle car. Nice. I like going to Cars and Coffee, but in general, I hate talking to people about cars. I would be lying if I said I don't like being noticed in them, but I don't like the same questions again and again and again and having to explain things to people. And yeah, it's cool. The nice car, it's cool. But yeah, it gets a little old. Yes, my 300 is an E58 360. Not technically a high-performance HP engine, but a high-endurance police engine. Whatever. It's a 4-barrel 360. Excuse me. It's terrible. Cool is what people think's cool. That's a big word. Thank you, Glenn Uromi. You have a good one. I'm old, but luckily my kids are too. Nice. Nice. Well, I think I need to call this. Our AMC Gremlin's cool in a really weird way, yes. When you can't afford a muscle car, you have to settle for what you got. I'm all for that, and I'm all for building a not muscle car into one. Nice. Good night, Tumbleweed. Thanks for being here. Everybody that's checking out, it is very late. We do have people in Ohio. Ogre people are people too. All right, I reached the end of the comments. I really wanted to play the 12-string, but the problem is the type of song that you can play well on the 12-string is really limited. Like the stuff that works, like actual picking is hard and only certain chords sound good, like this one. Bill Johnson, thanks for being here. Have a good night, McLovin. We'll see you later. So you can hear we're still working on the tune. Snoopy Boob says I need a sitar. I've always wanted one. Good night, Joey Grundy. Thanks for being here. Yes, we hit 200. We were at about 206. Anyway, I gotta actually write a song with it. We'll get there. Thanks, Jaime. Oh, thank you, Snoopy Boobs. This one fell earlier. It's not in tune either. I will not ever probably play that song again, Mom. I don't remember the words, for one thing. Yeah. Thanks, everybody, to heading out. Thanks to everybody who is heading out. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next week. And in the comments. We ran a little late. Thanks, Empire Arrest. I'm looking forward to next week's show, too. Night Owl Classics. I'm Boyd. When the sun is out, don't look for the moon. Nice. I could never understand the words. That's for the best. They're not very good. Night, Joel. Open tune the 12 string. Use a slide to write a song. I will. Don't worry about that. I know I mentioned I'm getting my studio back in order to record another album. I'm really looking forward to that. And I will have 12 string on it because I own one now. That ain't right. Oh, I went too far. We signed up in San Antone, my brother Paul and me, to fight with Ben McCullough and the Texas Infantry. Well, the poster said we'd get a uniform and $7 a week, the best rations in the Army, and a rifle we could keep. When I first laid eyes on the general, I knew he was a fighting man. He was every inch a soldier, every word was his command. When his eyes were cold as lead and steel, forged into tools of war, he took the lives of many and the souls of many more. Well, he marched us to Missouri and we hardly stopped for rest. Then he made this speech and said, we're coming to the test. Well, we gotta take St. Louis, boys, before the Yankees do. If we control the Mississippi, then the Federals are through. Well, they told us that our enemy would not be dressed in blue, but they forgot about the winter's cold and the curse of fever too. My brother died at Wilson's Creek, and Lord, I seen him fall. He fell back to the Boston Mountains in the north of Arkansas. Yeah. Goddamn you, Ben McCullough, hate you more than any other man alive. And when you die, you'll be a foot soldier just like me in the devil's infantry. I didn't even goof that up too bad. Stay. Everything's always falling over around here. Yeah! Stay. Stop it. Oh, thank you, Metallica H2O. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Wow, I missed a lot of comments. Hangman! Wait. You talking about Gallows Pole? Nice. Awesome. Future Fun sent me some pictures. I'll check that out. Outstanding. I'm going to have to buy some e-bodies, guys. 1 in 5 Mopar keys will fit your Mopar. Have a good night. Nice. Steven Andrews. Okay, well, let me know. Yeah. Oh, in Tenino. Awesome. Yeah, please let me know. It's a good car. I don't want to deal with like listing it and everything. Yeah, that's a good deal. And he's got the title, so let me know. Email me, deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Message me on Facebook, Instagram. Send me a fax. Don't know that, Todd. Good night, Dale. Thanks for being here. Night, Jeff. Mike the Slacker. If you need an extra voice, decent range. My voice is a little scratchy tonight. Everyone else is getting the strep throat. My mom says, somewhere your daddy and both grandpas are smiling. Well, thank you. Proud of that. Is there another Tenino? I don't know. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go down to New Orleans. You know I love you so. Baby, please don't go. Way man done gone. Hey man done gone. Hey man done gone down the country. Find me at a shackles on. Baby, please don't go. I'll be a dog. I'm gonna be your dog. Gonna be your dog and get you way down here as you walk along. Baby, please don't go. Can you hear the string that went all wonky? I used to cover that one. And I definitely got an important word in there wrong. But don't worry about that. All right, I got to call tonight. Go watch TV or something. I don't know Vaseline Machine Gun. I might have to learn that. Yeah, Gallows Pole. Great song. Great song. Willie Watson does a version of that I really like too. I got to learn that. Nice. All right, guys. Literally the least I could do. Oh, thank you, IB Thunder. Sent me another $10. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for being here, and I hope stuff goes well for you. I thought that's what you meant. I mean, how are we going to get together, though? Oh, bad. Wait, hold on. That's the other one. Leroy Brown. Wait, is that it? Yeah. Say bad. Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we should do that again soon. Robert Earl Keen, road goes on forever, party never ends. I can do Gloria, but I'm not gonna. Okay. As long as I don't monetize these, the copyright strikes don't matter. And I don't. And you don't mess around with Jim. You don't pull. Yeah, I'm mixing the two up. They're very similar songs. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. All right. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm leaving. Everybody else already did. Take it easy. See you next week and in the comments. Bye-bye. I gotta finish my drink. Oh, I forgot the thing of my dad's. It's missing some pieces. More on that later. Okay, bye. Bye.